Do you think that retiring at 62 is only for the lucky or the wealthy? The truth is a lot of folks could retire at 62, they just don't realize it. They've been told they're behind, or they need some giant number in their account, or that taking Social Security early is always wrong. But that's not real life. Real life is bills, kids, aging parents, ups and downs in income, and trying to save while life keeps happening. And honestly, a lot of the rules people hear about retirement don't fit the way that most people actually live. So in this video, I want to show you a simple, down-to-earth way to look at early retirement. No fancy charts, no complicated formulas, just a real plan that you can understand and actually use. And if you stick with me, by the end of this video, you'll know a clear, simple way to see if retiring at 62 is possible for you, even if you feel behind right now. Hi, I'm Greg Hardy and welcome back to the channel, and thank you for being here. We cover all things personal finance, investing, and building a secure financial future. So if you are serious about taking control of your money and learning something new every week, make sure to subscribe to the channel and to like this video. It really helps the channel out and gets this information to more people who need it. Thank you. A lot of these so-called retirement rules sound official, but honestly they end up doing more harm than good. They create this huge pressure that if you don't hit some magic number, you've already failed. But most people aren't living textbook lives. You're dealing with real bills, real family responsibilities, real curveballs. And when you mix all that with generic advice that doesn't fit your actual situation, it's no wonder why so many people just throw their hands up and think, well, I guess retiring early isn't for me. The truth, those rules were never built for the way the average person actually lives. What really matters isn't some internet rule or a fancy retirement formula. It's your numbers, your lifestyle, and your goals. I've seen people who thought retirement at 62 was a fantasy until they ran the math on their situation and realized they were far closer than they actually believed. And once you understand how your income, Social Security, savings, and spending actually work together, the whole picture changes. Suddenly, retiring at 62 stops looking like a dream and starts looking like a path, a real doable one. And that's what this video is here to help you see. Retiring at 62 makes sense for a lot of people because it lines up with how life actually feels, not how a financial spreadsheet looks. These years are often the sweet spot. You're old enough to appreciate your time, but young enough to fully enjoy it. And honestly, most people don't want to grind through another 6 or 7 years of stress just to hit someone else's version of the perfect retirement age. Quality of life matters. Waking up without an alarm, having time for hobbies, grandkids, travel, or even just slowing down. That has real value, more value than people admit. And here's the part most folks never think about. Retirement is less about how much you have saved and more about how much you actually spend. You can have someone with $500,000 retire comfortably and someone with $1.2 million still feel broke. It all comes down to your lifestyle, your priorities, and what you truly need to live well. Once you understand your real spending, not the guess in your head, everything becomes clearer. For many people, that clarity shows them that retiring at 62 isn't just possible, it's practical. But before you make any retirement decision, you need to know your true expenses. Not the number you think you spend, but the real one. And this isn't about building a strict budget or tracking every dollar in a spreadsheet. It's just about getting honest with yourself. When you take a few minutes to look through your last couple of credit card or bank statements, that's when things start becoming real. Suddenly you see the little Amazon buys, the snack stops, the I'll cancel that later subscriptions, and all the tiny things you forgot about. None of them are bad on their own, but they can add up and surprise you if you're not paying attention. And here's the good news. Most people walk away from this step relieved, not stressed. They either realize their spending is lower than they expected, or they see simple places they can trim if they ever needed to. It gives you confidence because you're finally working with real numbers and not guesses. And when you know your true expenses, planning for retirement becomes much clearer. You stop asking, can I afford to retire? And start thinking, okay, now I actually see how this could work. Now, once you see what you actually spend, the next step is matching the right type of income to the right type of expense. This is where things really start to click. Your essential costs, which are the things that you absolutely need to live comfortably and safely, should be covered by income you can count on every single month. Things like Social Security, a pension, maybe a small annuity, or even a part-time job that you genuinely enjoy. These are steady, predictable sources that don't depend on the stock market or luck. When your must-haves are covered this way, you remove a massive amount of stress from your retirement. Now everything else, the fun stuff, the travel, the hobbies, the gifts for grandkids can come from your savings, investments, or any flexible income that you have. That's the beauty of separating must-haves from nice-to-haves. It gives you a clear picture of what your retirement actually costs. And once you get those essentials locked in with guaranteed income, you're ready to tackle the biggest question people have about retiring at age 62. And that's what we're about to get into next. A lot of people have been told that waiting to take Social Security is always the smartest move, but real life isn't that simple. For many people, claiming at 62 actually makes everything easier. It gives you steady income right away, which can take pressure off your savings. It can also keep you from selling investments during a bad market, something that can seriously hurt your long-term plan. And honestly, having that guaranteed check coming in every month brings a level of peace that's hard to explain until you experience it. Sometimes the lower check is still the right check if it helps you start living the life you want sooner. And this is the part that people forget. Social Security isn't only a math problem, it's an emotional and lifestyle decision too. If claiming at 62 allows you to stop working earlier, reduce stress, protect your portfolio, and enjoy more good years while you're healthy, that trade-off might be more than worth it. For a lot of folks, taking it early doesn't ruin their retirement. It actually makes retiring at 62 possible. Once you see it from that angle, the whole conversation changes. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but what about Social Security long term? What if it changes or runs out? And that is a fair question. The truth is, Social Security has been adjusted many times before, and even the worst case scenarios still show benefits continuing, just at reduced levels. That's exactly why smart retirement planning doesn't depend on Social Security alone. You treat it as a foundation, not the entire house. And when you build flexibility into your plan with savings, spending control, and options, changes to Social Security become manageable instead of scary. A big part of feeling confident about retiring at 62 is knowing you have flexibility. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a plan with options. When you think about things like working a small part-time job you actually enjoy, downsizing later if it makes life easier, choosing a smaller vacation during a tough market year, or even pausing certain expenses temporarily, those aren't signs of weakness, they're safety valves. They give your retirement breathing room. And the funny thing is, most retirees end up doing some version of this naturally without even thinking about it. Because as you age, your spending usually shifts all by itself. The big travel slows down, the impulse buys fade, your priorities move toward experiences, relationships, and simple joys. And when your spending drops on its own, your retirement plan actually becomes easier to maintain every year. That's why having a flexibility plan matters. Not because you'll always need it, but because just knowing you have options removes so much fear and gives you real confidence moving forward. One of the most overlooked parts of retiring at age 62 is knowing which account to pull money from first. Think of your retirement accounts like buckets. Each one works a little bit differently, and using them in the right order can save you a ton of taxes over the years. Your pre-tax accounts, like your 401k or a traditional IRA, are great for filling up your lower tax bracket early on. Your taxable accounts are flexible and usually come with a smaller tax hit, so they're useful for topping things off. And your Roth accounts, those are your powerhouse buckets. Because they grow tax-free, you want to let those sit and compound for as long as possible. You don't need to follow some complicated withdrawal strategy to get this right. Just being intentional puts you ahead of most people. Understanding which retirement bucket to tap into and when puts more money in your pocket and helps your savings last even longer. And when you're retiring early, that matters more. A simple system like this gives you control, reduces stress, and makes your entire retirement plan smoother and more reliable. So the real question isn't, can anyone retire at 62? It's, can you retire at 62 based on your real life? And the surprising truth is that you don't need perfect finances or flawless habits to make it work. You just need a plan that's simple, honest, and built around your own situation. Not some internet chart, not your neighbor's opinion, and definitely not the idea that you must have $1.5 million or you're doomed. Your plan should reflect your lifestyle, your expenses, your goals, and what actually matters to you. And once people go through those steps, understanding their true spending, lining up their guaranteed income, and setting a smart withdrawal strategy, something interesting happens. They stop feeling behind. They stop feeling overwhelmed, and they often discover that retiring at 62 is a lot more realistic than they ever imagined. It stops becoming a fantasy and starts becoming a real option that fits their life, not someone else's. At the end of the day, retiring at 62 isn't really about money, it's about taking back your time. It's about getting to a place where your days belong to you again. And for so many people, that's worth far more than squeezing out a few extra years of income. If you spent decades working, raising a family, pushing through stress, and doing everything you should do, you've earned the right to at least explore what early retirement could look like for you. Not the perfect version, not the Instagram version, the real life version that fits who you are and what you value. And here's what I hope you take away from all this. Early retirement isn't some finish line only a select few reach. It's a puzzle, and once the pieces start clicking, your expenses, your income, your social security, your investments, the whole picture gets clearer. The fear starts to fade, the stress loosens its grip, and you begin to realize that maybe, just maybe, you're closer than you've been led to believe. You don't have to chase perfection. You just have to understand your numbers and build a life that works for you. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What age do you want to retire? And what's the biggest thing holding you back right now? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story might help someone else in the same situation. Now, if you found this video eye-opening, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense advice on building wealth and securing your financial future, then check out this video here. And also, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.